So I wanted to make a correction. I've been watching all the videos from the NAMM show, and I watched a few that were earlier than NAMM show, and somebody had mentioned that there was no Hall E anymore, and that was the hall that all the kind of the interesting product that was there first time was being shown. And now that I've watched all, well, as many as I can of the NAMM show videos, I saw one guy, and I'll post the video, and he's walking towards Hall E, and he goes down the escalator, and you can see, and I'll even post the link, so if you want to click on this, but this was a part of his video. But you can see as he's walking through, there's all kind of crazy stuff going on in Hall E, and it's nothing anybody recognizes. And then the other thing I found, and this was down in Hall E, was this circular or circle guitar, and I'll post the video for that and the link for that too. But I mean, I'll link I'll put them both so they're running in the background of this video or after it, so you can see this is kind of the crazy stuff that you would find in Hall E. But I just wanted to make that correction. There is still Hall E. Okay.
Hall E. Now, if I remember correctly, Hall E has not been open for a couple of years, so I've not been down here yet, so we'll see what we're going to find. And we could do an artistic, it'll be our low rent equivalent of a crane shot. So imagine this is a crane shot, and then, except I'd be much further away, wouldn't I? So let's have a look. Wow, just listen. Well, you're probably noticing the diminishing of the background audio. That's yeah. Maybe this is the hall we should cover more. This is quiet. Oh look, isn't this something that we were mentioned that we should have a look at? Maybe we'll come back and do a proper video, because doing it like this with setting the audio a bit, but this is kind of an interesting thing. It looks like a unusual controller. Hey, good. We're just doing a little walk around. Do you mind if I put a mic on your speaker while you play? Because
please do. Yeah, for sure.
We'll come back and speak to you in more. Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, thanks.
Dog paw. Okay, that looks interesting. Oh, I thought I caught that from the corner of my eye and thought someone had dropped a guitar. My heart skipped a beat, I can tell you. Yeah, so this is Hall E used to be bigger, and it was usually full of the kind of people who didn't want to spend so much money on a full booth. They would come with maybe a prototype. I think this is where we first found Jacob's Breers and the Oberheim remake, who I actually bumped into, him and his mum. He's been in Taiwan working on production, so that looks like that's coming to fruition at some point. I should have asked him how much it was going to be, but I felt I'd wait until he was ready. I don't know why, but I like the fact that it exists. So yeah, I suppose, I mean, there's just, I hope it's given you some kind of sense of, I'd probably best not to stop here because it's the loudest part of the hall. Where there's a guitar, there's always a way to make a racket. So, as you can see, yeah, it's not very heavily populated, but it used to be much, much busier down here, and maybe that'll come back again. So I hope that's given you some sort of sense of the vibe of the place. We didn't cover it all, but the video would be exceptionally long. I don't know, how long is it already? 18 minutes. I think that's quite enough of that. So thanks again for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our NAMM coverage. There will still be more to come. See you next time.
This is Anthony from Circle Guitar. Hello.
Circle Instruments.
circle instruments to
Right,
apologise.
it's a circle guitar.
It's circle guitar. It's
five
circle
circle
instruments.
instruments.
We got that. Also, if we were doing awards, this would blatantly get my favourite, best
you
in
very
show,
much.
everything.
Cheers, man.
Because you're ticking lots of boxes for someone like me. He likes playing guitar. I love production. You know, I live in Ableton as well. And you've managed to meld both worlds
Yeah.
very well with what is essentially magic. Tell us what is going on with the whole rotary sequencing. And
So, I
all
mean,
that.
the original idea came about because just the idea of trying to discover what it'd be like to have a chord that never ended. You know, when you strum, I just thought, if that strum could keep going, what would that sound like? So I put some plectrums on a wheel and then manually turned it around, and it sounded pretty cool. And then just added a motor, thinking, well, maybe it can go faster than the human hand. What would that sound like? And then it just kept on adding things, made it MIDI compatible. You know, we've got a humbucker, which is, well, it's like a multi-channel pickup. Each string has its own output. These are volume faders for each string. And then all of these buttons are MIDI mappable.
Okay.
So there's going to be two modes for this guitar. This one currently is in producer mode, so it's basically all of the wheel movement you'll see is controlled by Ableton using MPE
Yep.
MIDI, and then I can map controls to control Ableton with these. So I can control the speed, I can jump between, I can start and stop, I can turn drums on and off, I can jump between different scenes. But then the player mode will not have any computer. It'll have the multi-channel out if you want it, going into a breakout box, but it'll just be a tap tempo, speed control, and then these buttons will have different wheel behaviors. So you'll be able to jam like, you know, so I'll play you swing, straight,
Okay.
clean stuff, you know, start, stop.
Yeah.
There might even be things just ramp up to like full kind of crescendo, then stop, you know. But hopefully we've got a little Bluetooth module in here, so hopefully we'll be able to drag and drop different rhythms, so it's easy for people to
Sure,
yeah,
right, yeah.
do what they want. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Tell us a bit about what's happening with the I/O thing here. You got
Yeah.
two.
So
two
we've
lots
got
of
we've got a 6-pin XLR with which is basically MIDI in and out,
Yeah.
and then power, which is 24 volts,
Right.
and then the other one is a kind of becoming a bit of a standard for multi-channel pickups. It's like a 19-pin because you can actually have. Not that I'm going to put it on this, but this is an off-the-shelf. It's by a company called Sci-Fi, CYCFI, based out in Manila, and it's just a really fantastic setup. So, and they use this 19-pin
Yeah.
kind of Limo connector.
Yeah.
So you can have more than one pickup going, but we're just using one. So
Oh,
that's-
great. And
And
this
then it's
all
also
feeds
got a
in-
quarter. It's got a quarter-inch out as well.
Okay.
So it sums
Stand-
down. So yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And then you've got another breakout box thing, like a little
Yeah.
interface.
So yeah, this is just literally the MIDI and the power coming in and out.
Yeah.
And then this is the Sci-Fi breakout box, which is
Okay.
which takes it splits the 19 pin into whatever. Like, you know, if you want 12 outs, you can. I'm only using 6.
Sure, right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I think the proof is in the pudding. We need to hear some
Yeah.
stuff. So I'll take the microphone and play away.
Take it away.
Yeah.
So, I can change the speed if you say. So this is gating the strings. I'm only using the first 3, and it's in sync with the wheel. And a drum beat.
good. We like that. Well done. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Let's talk just a bit about the guitar itself.
Yeah.
Materials. What's the body made of? Older, yeah.
Yeah, CNC. So Matt Bellamy's company, Manson Guitar Works.
Yeah.
They have been phenomenal. The head luthier there, Tim, is just incredible.
Oh wow! Great.
And they've done all the kind of the woodworking. I've CAD it all, and then they've made it. And they've made this incredible neck. It's got 2 titanium rods into it. It's like, this is absolute. It's not going to move anywhere.
Right, gotcha.
And we spent quite a bit of time just making it a really beautiful guitar. Just to play it without the wheel going around.
Yeah.
And we'll do different colours for the first batch. And as I say, this is the sample, so we're updating the wheel to make it work a little bit better. The picks can be improved. They won't make such a loud clicky noise. I'm also with the player version, and you've got the tap tempo. We're going to make it so you can actually split the wheel and swap in, say 12 as opposed to 16. So you've got 3/4, or 20. You've got 5/4. And then even ones which you just have, kind of almost an infinite amount of placing. Because I like, one of the things that motivates me for this is to playing guitars like Discovery. What can you find? That like the Eventide H9, you sort of turn that dial. You don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So what I'm ultimately what I like to have is like a little, an app or a way to shove in a wheel rhythm, shove in arpeggiate a pattern, and then have an effect, and then you can blend those 3 things, and you just don't know where you're going to end up.
It's going to go crazy, yeah.
Yeah, and
nice.
just and you respond to what it comes out.
Yeah,
comes out.
brilliant. One last thing before we go.
Yeah.
Let's talk money, price,
Yeah.
pounds, dollars.
So the first batch I'm only going to produce between 4 and 8, so it's a very, very small batch, and it's 9995 plus VAT, and shipping, I'm afraid. But the intention is to make this as accessible as possible. So I'm looking to either license the idea to a company or increase production. But I prefer to. I want to keep innovating. I've got a lot of other ideas. So I'd like to sort of build it up as a design studio that works with manufacturers to bring this to. To market.
Yeah,
so.
Nice. Lots of big ideas, like it. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.